fuel, give me fire, give me double shot, it's out!
NASCAR on the PRNBC presents the 2003 EA Sports 500 live from Talladega Superspeedway. Coming off a crazy Watkins Glen race, which we'll see highlights here in just a few moments. We go to a Superspeedway. The points have definitely been shaken up for the battle for the championship. It has slipped down to 4 people trying to win it all in this championship. You will see those 4 drivers scroll up under screen when we do the highlights for the Watkins Glen race. With these 4 drivers battling, and with only just a couple of races left in this season, it is going down to the wire. You can see on the front row we have the number 6 of Dylan Jacobs and the number 12 of Taylor Fry. Taylor Fry getting a great qualifying spot. Always has great qualifying spots this season, but has not had a successful win in the past few weeks. We'll now take it to the highlights of Watkins Glen before we go into more headlines for today's race. Now that you've seen the highlights for today's race, we will like to go through the starting lineup for today's race. So let's go ahead and let's do that real quick. We got Taylor Fry on the front row alongside Dylan Jacobs, our pole sitter. Already went through that. There's Matt Kenseth in the 17th, starting next to James Bowles. Jimmy Johnson will start alongside Ryan Newman. Tony Stewart alongside Jeremy Mayfield in the 9. Number 24 of Jeff Gordon will start alongside Beth Jordan in the 99. Michael Waltrip in the 15 will start alongside Bobby Labonte. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 1 will start alongside Terry Labonte in the 5. Kerry Earnhardt will start alongside number 31 of Robbie Gordon. Jamie McMurray will start alongside number 97 of Kurt Busch. Rusty Wallace will start alongside Ricky Rudd. Ricky Craven will start alongside number 11 of Nick Bergwald. Nick Bergwald racing for a championship. Hopefully, he will have a great finish in today's race. Johnny Benson, another driver that's trying to win a championship, starting in the mid-pack next to Dale Jarrett. Warburton will start alongside Greg Biffle. Elliott Sadler will start alongside number 01 of Joe Nemechek. Adam Petty will start alongside Todd Bodine. Bill Lester will start alongside Kenny Wallace. Casey Mears, last week's winner, starting alongside Ken Schrader in the 49. Dave Blaney will start alongside number 45 of Buckshot Jones. Mike Skinner will start alongside Jack Sprague. Cody Savage will start alongside Jerry Nadu in the 25, and in last place is our points leader of Austin Delgado. So with that, we will go ahead and we'll take it to the start of this race, ladies and gentlemen. Christopher Rowan in the 28. Somewhere in this field. Christopher Rowan onto the track now. Pace car rolls off. We get the rear camera view of this. See some cars back here. Taylor Fry on the 12. Dylan Jacobs and a couple cars going back. Ryan Newman, 02. Got a couple onboard cameras we're to look at a couple of times today. 12 of Taylor Fry. Number 10 Johnny Benson. Catch back up to the back of Nick. We'll go on board with right now. There's Christopher Rowan on 28. He's starting alongside Austin Delgado. The final row. A pace car will roll down pit road, and we're set to get the EA Sports 500 set to go green here at Talladega Super Speedway. Dylan Jacobs and Taylor Fry make the front row. It'll be a crazy battle for the lead all day today as the green flag for the EA Sports 500 starts waving, and James Bowles right away takes it 3 wide for the lead. Dylan Jacobs making a quick move out in front. Dylan Jacobs already out in front, 3 wide for second. So we got trouble in turn 1. Cody Savage goes around. He gets into Jerry Nadeau, but the 3 car does save it. But unfortunately, that brought out the caution as we get a field of battle down the back straightaway. Dylan Jacobs has the lead, and this will bring us to the caution flag. 3 wide back there for several spots. Dylan Jacobs in the lead. Matt Kenseth trying to track him down in second. Looking like Matt Kenseth is going to tone down the aggressiveness for this lap, since it is only the first lap of this race coming to a caution flag. Jimmy Johnson does not care. He's going to try and take it side by side for the second spot. Dylan Jacobs will come to the line in first. And I believe second place will go to Jimmy Johnson, I believe. It'll probably be Matt Kenseth. But then that will bring out our first caution of today's race. Don't think these drivers are going to go down per road. Get a good glimpse of the pace car going down the back straightaway, and these drivers start to pull to the apron. And we will go ahead and we'll take a go to the next green flag run here at Talladega. The pace car is in turns 3 and 4. Well, entering turns 3 and 4. Dylan Jacobs and Jimmy Johnson make up the front 2. Matt Kenseth and Tony Stewart 3rd and 4th. And Taylor Fry will round out the top 5. Dylan Jacobs not having the greatest amount of success in this series, and it's looking like today might be one of his luckiest days if he could continue to hold out in front. Well, the pace car has his lights out. Dylan Jacobs will lead us off to the restart here at Talladega Super Speedway. Single file for this restart, really close together. The restart's about to go a-flying, but they're not that close to the start-finish line. Now they are. Green flag's back in the air. Tony Stewart's the first to fall out of line. Well, that affected Taylor Fry the most as he's looking to his inside. Dylan Jacobs in the 6 car looking to gain a lot of success in this by leading a lot of laps. You can see how spread out the field is. Looking at these cams right here. Dylan Jacobs holding the fort in first place with Jimmy Johnson in second, trying to track him down. So we're on board with the number 12 car, Taylor Fry, trying to track down the leaders. Going on board with Johnny Benson in the middle groove of the pack, trying to work his way up forward. 3 wide action in front of him with Bev Jordan, James Bowles, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. To come across this line, he will complete lap 4 or 5, I'm not sure. Jimmy Johnson trying to make a move for the lead. We are on lap 6 of 66. As Jimmy Johnson's trying to take the lead to the inside of Dylan Jacobs. He's going to complete it just before the back straightaway. Now Taylor Fry trying to make a move down to the number 88. And Nick Bergwell's cutting his way through the field. He's going to take Bobby Labonte 3 wide, going on board with the number 11. he's splitting everybody 3 wide left and right. He is the aggressive one in this race. He's coming his way through the top 5. He's trying to get his way up to the front spot. He's trying to split 3 wide. Tony Stewart's going to push up. Taylor Fry in the 12. Taylor will lead the 6th lap as Nick is going to take it 3 wide for the first spot. 3 wide for 3 rows. Nick having a ton of success in the Winston Cup Series. And oh wow, Johnny Benson got real loose on the entry to the back straightaway, and he just shot to the apron. He kept it straight and keeps it going. Nick is starting to pull away from James Bowles in 2nd. Ryan Newman's made his way up to the 3rd spot. Now look at this, 4 wide with Johnny Benson, Matt Kenseth, Bobby Labonte, and our pole sitter of Dylan Jacobs. Keep it together. Okay, he keeps it straight, but drivers are still trying to take him 3 wide, if not 4 wide. That 10 car is not having a good handling car. Hopefully he's trying to make it work. And Nick is holding the lead. It's a 5-car breakaway from a couple drivers. It's all through 5 different teams. Oh, Nick moves up the track. James trying to make a move for the lead, but Nick just slammed the door in front of James. Nearly turned him as we're going on board with James here. See Nick trying to pull away, and that's not helping him whatsoever as the track is catching back up to the number 11 car. Nick Bergwald in the lead. They are single file throughout top 3. Now they're starting to go double file, trying to battle with Nick. Jeff Gordon in the 24. Haven't been up in the front all season long. Is trying to make his way to the front. Hopefully that'll help him out a lot. Looking like Jerry Nadeau after the first crash is going to be in 42nd. Looking like that probably hurt him a lot. Mike Skinner in 41st. Jack Sprague in 40th. Buckshot 39th. Cody Savage 38th. Ken Schrader 37th. Dave Blaney 36th. Ward Burton 22nd. And Dale Jarrett in 34th. Last week's winner, Casey Mears, not having success on the super speedway, sitting 33rd. 32nd is Kenny Wallace. 31st is Adam Petty. 30th goes to Bill Lester. 29th is Greg Biffle as James Bowles makes a move for the lead after Nick got real loose. So James will go right on ahead and take the lead, and pulling away just a slight over Nick Bergwald and Jeff Gordon's. Now Rusty's trying to make a move, and it's getting pretty antsy here with double file. Let's continue on going through the field. Ricky Craven sits 28th. Greg Biffle's moved up a couple spots, 27th. Joe Nemechek 26th. Michael Waltrip 25th. Austin Elgato, our points leader, 24th. Todd Bodine as Nick's going back for the lead. Todd Bodine sits 23rd. Nick's gone back to the lead. Side by side down this straightaway here. They're going to complete lap 10. It's getting antsy between the two drivers, and Nick Bergwald and James Bowles as they keep going 3 wide for several rows in the backfield there. They're going to come down turns 1 and 2. Backtracks Cam James. Oh, Johnny Benson gets high. Oh, we got problems on the back straightaway. Johnny Benson, all 4 wheels off on the ground, and Johnny Benson is around. Ryan Newman's around. Kenny Wallace is around. Elliott Sadler is... Oh, hard hit for Bill Lester and the 10 car. And they're still piling it. Oh, Cody Savage, hard hit for the 3. Oh, another hard hit. He got hit by Elliott Sadler sitting dead on the track. And he also got involved with Bill Lester getting into him. And that's going to cause several drivers to be out of the race. And that'll bring out another caution. The big one strikes early at Talladega. That is taking out at least 15 to 20 drivers. That was a ton of drivers. Ricky Craven, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman. Several drivers involved. But let's go back and take a look and see what happened to that 10 car. So we're going on the replay. The 10 car coming into turns 1 and 2. You see Nick Bergwald trying to have his fun. Johnny Benson moves up the track. Looks like he got tight on the exit. Gets into the 24. You can see him. He gets right into Terry Labonte. And that shoves Labonte down the track. But that pushes Johnny Benson back up the track. It runs right into Kerry. Ryan Newman gets in it. Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets involved. Ryan Newman. Ricky Craven. List of drivers that are involved. Bill Lester. Does anybody else get involved? There's several camera angles here. Kurt Busch gets a piece of the action. Kenny Wallace gets a huge bit of the action there. Look at Kenny Wallace go through the grass here. And then Michael Waltrip and Greg Biffle may get some scratches here and there. Yeah, Michael Waltrip gets a little dent. So does Greg Biffle, Casey Mears, Ward Burton makes it all right. He makes it through. Johnny Benson getting a hard hit from Bill Lester. Now let's watch this 38 car. You can see that there's a group of cars coming that still hasn't made it through the group. Here they come. Cody Savage, pow, right into the 38, into Mike Skinner, and also into Dave Blaney. Gary Earnhardt just barely manages to get through that one. Cody Savage gets involved in 2 incidents in this race. And you can see the 10 car just barely rolling as Bill Lester gets a huge chunk of the 3 car's nose just to add insult to injury. But we could just see that 10 car moving. I don't know how that car is moving. Right now we're going to take it to the caution. Probably some pit stops going to happen. Looking like we got a lot of takers up at the front of the field. A couple drivers looking like they may stay out. We'll see what will happen. We got a lot of drivers going down. Our leader of Nick Bergwald is going to go down. Looking like he was going to stay out. Take it to the pit lane cams right now. Got a ton of drivers coming in the pit road. Looking at the strategy, we're looking at the 28's pit crew to see what kind of strategy most of these drivers are going to be doing. Looking like maybe 4 tires and a couple cans of gas. That's looking like that's the main strategy for this, as you see the rest of the drivers coming down pit road. Got a lot of drivers out of the race. Got Taylor coming down pit road, get his service done. I don't think our pole sitter is coming down pit road, so it does not look like Dylan Jacobs is wanting to get his service done. A very slow stop for that 12 car. And that's a slow stop for that 12 car. And you can see the group of cars coming off the field. You can see a lot of drivers wanting to get back on the track and get some good track position. And speaking of the track position, the drivers that stayed out are looking to stay in their positions. Not like tires really matter in super speedways. Let's look at the drivers who did stay out. Looks like Jamie McMurray stayed out. It looks like Matt Kenseth, Dylan Jacobs, Jeremy Mayfield, Rusty Wallace, our points leader, Austin Delgado, Joe Nemechek, Beth Jerton, and Dale Jarrett all stayed out. So then we're going to take a quick commercial break here on the PRNBC Sports Network. We will be back in a moment with more coverage of the EA Sports 500 live from Talladega. NASCAR on the PRNBC Sports Network is presented by the new up-and-coming NASCAR Thunder 2004 video game on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and I think the GameCube. Available sometime this fall. The pace car, middle of turns 3 and 4. Jamie McMurray, Matt Kenseth, Dylan Jacobs, Jeremy Mayfield, and Rusty Wallace make up the top 5. Here's when they come to the line, we will still have about 50 laps to go, 51 laps to go to be exact. Take a look at the drivers that managed to get out of the race due to that wreck. Looks like a couple of them stayed out. Most of them, however, are out of the race. The green flag's waving on the restart. Jamie McMurray takes a quick lead over Matt Kenseth, who's going to be challenged by that 6 car of Dylan Jacobs. Dylan Jacobs, our pole sitter for this race, trying to make a move for the first spot that he earned through qualifying. He's going to go side by side for the lead. Entering turns 3 and 4. They are double file throughout the top 5. Matt Kenseth trying to go underneath Jamie McMurray, but he has no room whatsoever. Dylan Jacobs takes the lead. We'll go on board with Matt Kenseth here, trying to make a move over Jamie McMurray and Dylan Jacobs. Dylan Jacobs, our leader right now, trying to have a lot of success in this race today. That little Caesars Ford is trying to get his way to victory lane. Has not done that in a long time. See the drivers, they are really spread out throughout this track. Matt Kenseth making another move for the second spot. Dylan Jacobs so far has the lead. He's starting to pull away a little bit, which is quite insane for a race at Talladega with the draft. But I think when these drivers go side by side, it takes a lot of speed out of these cars. Jimmy Johnson trying to go make a move for the second spot. We go on board with Taylor Fry yet again. He's making his way back up to the front of the field. He went down pit road and he went outside the top 10 to that slow stop. He's worked his way back into the top 10. And he's trying to fight his way to a top 5. He just has to get past Matt Kenseth and Tony Stewart. Austin Delgado, our points leader, coming into this race by a huge 2-race lead. If he were to keep this consistency up and win and get into the top 10 this race and in next week's Texas race, he may be able to lock up the championship 2 races early, which is a crazy thing that has never happened. We've had championships won 1 race before Homestead, but never 2 races or more. Dylan Jacobs out in front as the field's starting to tighten back up. Dylan Jacobs has to block 2 lanes, but mostly the bottom and the inside lane. James Bowles back in second, trying to battle his way up to the front of the field. Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. James Bowles trying to make a move underneath the 6 car of Dylan Jacobs. Todd Bodine's in the top 5. Look at that 54 car go. Unbelievable for that 54 team. That 54 team has shown no success this season. And he's worked his way into the top 5 and the top 3, trying to battle for the lead. They're 3 wide for the 3rd spot, with a Penske driver of Rusty Wallace battling for the 3rd spot on the inside. Looking at Rusty Wallace here. Penske's been in the news so much this season, with Taylor Fry being in 3rd place of the points. Penske has re-signed that 12 car, Taylor Fry. See him working his way through 4 wide of traffic. Look at that 12 car go. But they have re-signed that 12 car to a 2-year contract deal to stay in the 12 for Penske. How about Dine being worked up the track? Oh, look at him cut through the field. He just cut the field in half like it was nothing, as Dylan Jacobs takes the lead back yet again. Keep an eye on that 42 car. Every position he gains another point on Johnny Benson in the 10, who is in second in points. But involved in that big one, his day is likely done for the 10 team, but that doesn't mean the 42 team's day is not close to being done. He's working his way just fine. And Dylan Jacobs out in front, and here comes Christopher Rowan in that 28 car. He's worked his way through starting almost dead last. And getting his way up to the 3rd spot. He's going to go underneath that 2 car. Now he's got to work underneath that 6 car for the front of this race. Jamie McMurray in the 40 car, who restarted first. He's worked his way back to the 3rd spot, looking like those old tires don't matter. As long as you got some friends, to help you with the draft, you're gonna be able to get out in front. Christopher Owen out in front. He's taking the lead during turns 1 and 2. Jimmy Johnson trying to work his way through the front of the field, trying to pass that 28 car. Does he have what it takes? Inside line is the preferred line. And trouble down the back straightaway. Nick Bergwald and Terry Labonte get into each other. Terry Labonte spins in the infield grass. Nick Bergwald is parked on top of the wall. Not on top, but right against the wall. He's going to start coming down. And oh my God, a hard hit. Nick Bergwald flies at least 500 feet in the air. Several feet in the air. Oh, another huge hit. Jack Sprague in the 0 car hits him twice hard on the hood of the car. And he is upside down in the middle of the back straightaway. It's kind of sad because Nick Bergwald has been complaining of concussion problems. And this is probably not going to help his case with the problem, with the head-on collision that he had. Oh my God. What a hard hit. That's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying to see that 11 car upside down, flying at least a couple hundred feet in the air through hundreds of feet. Oh my God. That is terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. And hopefully he's alright. We hope to God that he's alright. We hope that Nick Bergwald managed to get out of the car okay, but I mean, with that kind of a hard hit, I mean, that was driver's side too. That was driver's side. I would not imagine that was not a very, very, very soft landing for that 11 car. And that'll probably not help his head, especially with the amount of hits that car took in from the 0 car at Jack Sprague. That was just an unbelievable crash. Space car is coming into the trioval. Got a couple drivers going down pit road, but not a lot of takers. Chris Rowan out in front. And we'll take a commercial break, but keep Nick Bergwald in your thoughts, everyone, because that one was a tough hit. And we'll be back. We're at Talladega. NASCAR on the PRNBC Sports Network is proud to announce the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series inaugural season in 2004. We'd like to wish good luck to the drivers of 04, especially our points leader of Austin Elgato. The pace car is in turns 1 and 2 with just a little under 40 laps to go. Go through the field right now, starting from the back on up on the leaderboard. Dave Blaney involved in the big one. Sits 42nd. Cody Savage involved in 2 incidents will finish his day in 41st. Casey Mears, last week's winner, not going to follow it up with a great finishing spot today. He will sit 40th. Elliott Sadler 39th. Kurt Busch 38th. Bill Lester 37th. Jack Sprague 36th. Nick Bergwald, who had that terrible hit, will finish 35th. Ward Burton will finish 34th. Johnny Benson 33rd. Dale Jarrett 32nd. Beth Jerton 31st. Joe Nemechek 30th. Jeremy Mayfield in 29th. Matt Kenseth 28th. Rusty Wallace 27th. Jamie McMurray 26th. I think that's Dylan Jacobs in 25th. Ken Schrader 24th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 23rd. Mike Skinner. Ricky Craven. Terry Labonte 22nd through 20th. The space cars down pit road. Go through 10th on down here real quick. Robbie Gordon, Austin Elgato, Michael Waltrip, Greg Biffle, Adam Petty, Jerry Nadeau, Buckshot Jones, Kerry Earnhardt, Ryan Newman, Kenny Wallace, and Terry Labonte. As the pace cars down pit road, and we're back to racing here at Talladega. Christopher Rowan at front. Oh, Johnny Benson's blown up. Johnny Benson has blown his engine, ladies and gentlemen. And that'll be another caution. Johnny Benson, with all that damage, has gone up in smoke. A terrible day for our runner-up to the championship standings. As you see Austin Delgado cutting his way through the field. This will help Austin out a lot in the points, knowing that everybody except Taylor Fry, who's battling right underneath them in the 3-wide position that he is out of the race. Taylor Fry sits third in the point standings, but I don't think that'll be enough for Austin to really be afraid of losing this championship now that Johnny Benson has gone to smoke and flames and is out of the race. Coming to the caution flag, the number 28 car will be out in front, and the number 27 of James Bowles in second, with Austin Delgado in third. Go ahead and say the top 10 here once everything is updated here, coming to lap 28 of 66. Go through the field before we go ahead and go to the green flag yet again. So we got Christopher Owen at the point on, I can't speak, first place. James Bowles in second. Austin Delgado in third. Taylor Fry in fourth. And Bobby Labonte rounds out your top 5. Jimmy Johnson in sixth. Tony Stewart 7th. Dabadine in 8th. Jeff Gordon in 9th. And Ricky Rudd in 10th. Robbie Gordon sits 11th. Michael Waltrip sits 12th. Greg Biffle 13th. Adam Petty 14th. Buckshot Jones 15th. Ryan Newman 16th. Kenny Wallace 17th. Gary Earnhardt 18th. Ricky Craven 19th. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. 20th. Jerry Nadeau 21st. Terry Labonte 22nd. Mike Skinner 23rd. Dylan Jacobs 24th. Rusty Wallace in 25th. Looks like a lot of the leaders are going to go down pit road, so we'll switch to that while we say the rest of the drivers in the leaderboard position. Actually, that would be worthless now because their positions are going to be stacked up. Yep. But that is when they came to the caution. And that'll be definitely changed up a ton when these drivers come off pit road. We got some drivers that managed to stay out. Well, let me see if I can name them. Looks like Dylan Jacobs, Rusty Wallace. Basically the same drivers that stayed out the first time are down pit, or staying out again. So it looks like the same drivers are having the same strategy as the first time, which is pretty hilarious, to say the least. So the battle's coming off pit road. Go ahead and take it to the restart here at Talladega. The pace car in turns 1 and 2. Dylan Jacobs and Rusty Wallace on the bubble in 1 and 2. The number 2 car in second. That's always a nice coincidence. Beth Jordan third, Dale Jarrett fourth, and Matt Kenseth will round out your top 5. Jeremy Mayfield at 6th, Joe Nemechek 7th, Jamie McMurray 8th. Those are the drivers that stayed out. James Bowles is the first car that pitted. He sits in 9th, and Taylor Fry in 10th. Back up to the pace car. We'll talk about our fastest lap so far. The fastest lap goes to number 28 of Christopher Owen, second place being our points leader. Definitely, points leader does have a fast car. Just has to cut his way through the field. Now, I'm not so sure what happened to his qualifying setup that caused him to not really have a good qualifying run. But nonetheless, he's sitting second on the fastest lap. Jeremy Mayfield third on the fastest lap. Dylan Jacobs fourth on the fastest lap. Terry Labonte, number 5 car, sits 5th on the fastest lap. Slowest lap goes to Jerry Nadeau in the 25. While the base car is down pit road, we will stop talking about fastest lap times, and instead we will talk about what's going to happen in this race. We are just 2 laps away from halfway, and we are hoping that we have a long green flag run in this race. As the green flag is back waving, Dylan Jacobs sits more to the inside than he did just a couple restarts ago. That probably helped him out a lot as they're going side by side for second with Rusty and Beth Jordan battling it out. Dylan Jacobs starting to pull away a lot. Looks like he really got a big jump on that restart. Dylan Jacobs really looking to have a lot of success. With the strategy he's playing, it could be a good day for Dylan Jacobs. Rusty Wallace in second. You can see Dylan Jacobs starting to pull away a little bit. Rusty Wallace starting to close the gap between the number 6 and the number 2. Dale Jarrett in the 88 trying to make a move for the second spot. Jeremy Mayfield just got shoved up the track by James Bowles, going 3 wide with Beth Jordan on the outside. They are 3 wide for several rows as we complete lap 32. Look at them being 3 wide. And that's 5th on back being 3 wide. Dale Jarrett's going to be shuffled to the middle line. See the big amount of cars there. You see a ton of drivers losing the draft. It sucks when you see a ton of drivers lose the draft that had a chance to win it. And you see 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Dylan Jacobs and Rusty Wallace, the only 2 that are really kind of single file throughout this pack. This pack of at least 15 to 20 drivers. I would say, yep, 18 drivers. That's a good amount of drivers in this main pack. Dylan Jacobs is going to lead the halfway point of this race. On board with our leader of the number 6 of Dylan Jacobs, that Little Caesars car, having a ton of success, as well as number 42 of Austin Delgado. No matter where he finishes, as long as it's above Johnny Benson, it is definitely a points gainer. See him and Chris battling it out, giving each other little bumps here and there. Christopher Rowan being a rookie, being out in front, not battling for the championship, but battling for some good amount of money for his Rowan Motorsports team. Dylan Jacobs has lost the lead, and the leader is now Jeff Gordon. Now Christopher Rowan trying to make a move side by side for the lead down turns 1 and 2. Look at this 4 wide action for the 3rd spot. Austin Delgado involved in a 4 wide situation there, including Dylan Jacobs. That was not a good situation for our points leader to be in. And that was probably terrifying, and he probably needs a new set of underwear. Austin Delgado trying to make another 4 wide attempt, but he backs off this time. Austin Delgado backs off a 4 wide attempt, trying to squeeze his way through a group of 3, but he's lost a lot of ground. He is up on the high side, and that 42 car is looking like he may have a scary moment here in a little bit if he's not careful. He's trying to cut down on several drivers. He's looking like he may split the field. Now he's on to the inside. That's a good sign. You see the field starting to come more leveled, more single file, less 3 wide, 4 wide action. I mean, there's still 3 wide, a bit of 3 wide action up near the back of this pack. But definitely we're keeping an eye out on Austin Delgado, trying to see if he makes a mistake. Could not be a good day for points for Austin, but right now Chris has pulled away a little bit as Taylor Fry has gone up to 2nd. Austin Delgado making a move underneath Jimmy Johnson. He gets into Jimmy Johnson. These 2 got contact, and Jimmy Johnson's around. Austin Delgado's around. Oh my God! Jimmy Johnson on 2 wheels. Rusty's involved. Joe Nemechek's involved. Austin Delgado spins, but he keeps it off the wall. Joe Nemechek, Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray, Jeff Gordon, and Robbie Gordon all involved in this accident as we cross the line. And we're going to get the pace car as this happened just in the middle of the tri-oval. Austin Delgado making a mistake. He turns 48, comes down to him, and he gets turned by the 48. Luckily, he keeps it off the wall. But that was a scary moment for that 42 team, making a huge mistake. But it looks like he keeps it clean and kills a lot of Hendrick drivers. But he keeps it. But Austin doesn't care. He's fine. He's still rolling. I don't think many of these drivers are going to go down pit road. I mean, it was a long green flag run, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, they're going down this time, I believe. Yeah, they're going down. All right. So we'll take it to, looks like more pit strategy here. As we cross halfway, just a couple laps ago. Here we'll take it to the pit lane cams. Trying to see what's going to happen here. Looks like it's gas and go for the 2018. Probably gas and go for some drivers. Maybe 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires. There's some strategy being played here. And how much? How much strategy? Looks like Chris is gonna be the only one that's gonna be in and out real quick. Looks like Chris was just taking fuel only on this case, which may come back to haunt him later in the race. Maybe it won't. Who knows? After these pit cycles are done, we will head to the green flag. But before we do that, we're going to take another quick commercial break here on PRNBC Sports Network. There's a broadcaster, Taylor Fry. And we will be back in a few short moments.
Wait till you meet the new iMac.
Don't go into the grass. Don't go into turn 3. Don't go into turn 3. God, no. Jerry, don't go into turn 3. Think of your wife. Think of your kids. Don't do it, Jerry. You have so much to live for. Don't go into turn 3. Jerry! Jerry! Why'd you do it, Jerry? Why'd you go into turn 3? We told you not to. No! Jerry! Kentucky Speedway, the most dangerous corner in NASCAR. Dramatic commercial is dramatic. Fuck me.
We are live from Talladega Super Speedway as the pace car is going to come to the line and turn its lights off for the restart. Christopher Rowan in first with Taylor Fry in second, Matt Kenseth third, James Bowles fourth, and Greg Biffle in fifth. It has been a crazy day for drivers. Drivers being up at the front to going in the back up to the front, to the back, then back up to the front, then going back to the back. It's a very bipolar day. Well, that is thanks to the draft and the aerodynamics of these cars. That makes the super speedway racing so incredible. Only time it's not incredible is when the main pack starts crashing for the big one and only 5 drivers battle for the win in a freight training fashion. But nonetheless, you see the 12 car of Taylor Fry in second. The last super speedway race we went to, which was Daytona, Taylor Fry tried to battle for the win, and with 9 laps to go, he made a mistake and got turned. Or he turned himself. And then was involved in a pretty, not too big accident, but very, it hurt Taylor's chances of winning a lot. If he makes another mistake like this, he may have to start learning from his mistakes. But he's been relatively good on this track as the pace car is down pit road. That'll give Christopher Rowan a chance to go to victory lane. Be as third win this season. He's won at Rockingham and he's won in North Wilkesboro earlier this season. Now will he be able to get a win here at Talladega as the green flag's back in the air here at Talladega? Chris takes a huge lead over Taylor. He's actually starting to pull away a little bit. That may hurt that 28 car. Go on board with Taylor Fry here in second, try to work his way to the front of the field. Looking underneath is a 27 car, James Bowles. Right behind him is Matt Kenseth, and right behind them and enter out the top 5 is Greg Biffle. 6th place, Beth Jerton. 7th place, Ricky Rudd. 8th place, Dale Jarrett. So on and so forth on the back. 9th place, Jeff Gordon. It looks like Austin Delgado just cracked top 10 as well. James is losing a ton of spots now. He's outside the top 5. Jeff Jones worked his way to the top 5. Listen to those engines roar as the field started to separate, going side by side. Matt Kenseth looking underneath Taylor Fry for the 2nd spot. Can he be looking underneath? Oh, wow. Chris went to the apron almost. Try and block Matt Kenseth. Now look at Austin Delgado. He's managing to get back up to the front after what happened just last caution. But will he be making the same mistakes that he did before? We'll find that out. Going 3 wide several times here. He's aggressive. He's hungry. He's an animal. He's looking to feast. Coming in the turn, coming into the back stretch. Matt Kenseth the only thing that separated Chris from the hungry monster of Austin Delgado. He's going to go underneath Matt Kenseth. Now he's looking to chase down Chris, and he's looking to eat him alive and get into the 1st spot. I should have turned the ticker on. That was not a good move by me. Chris is in the lead. Looking in the rear camera of that 28 car. Austin's got to be careful. He's blocking not only trying to get up to Chris's back bumper and try and move him for the lead. He's trying to block James Bowles right behind him, and there's several cars that are behind him. And the crossover move, and it doesn't work, but they nearly went to the apron, which would have caused them a black flag if they were to increase their position with all tires underneath the apron. The 42 car is lurking back there. This is a group of 10 to 11 drivers. Or maybe 12 drivers. I don't know. Speaking of the 12 car Taylor Fry was shuffled back outside the top 5. When Austin was making his way through the field, he's worked his way back in the top 5. Austin's looking to the outside. That was looking to be a terrible, terrible mistake by that 42. If he were to kept up with that plan, he would have lost the draft and he would have lost all the help. Looking for another move into the inside. It does not work. Now he's trying to the outside. Austin Delgado was moving up the track left and right, and he's gone mad. He's gone insane. I'm on board with Taylor Fry here. Austin is so close to being turned by Taylor Fry here on accident. That was real close for that 42. That was too close to comfort. Look at them go underneath, almost underneath that yellow line in the tri-oval. This battle's getting hot. It's getting intense. And it's only 20 laps to go, so I don't know why they're being this intense now, but it's Talladega, baby girl. They're racing. Austin's looking for, I believe, his 10th victory of this season. Yes, you heard that right. 10 victories this season. 10 or 11. It's one of those two. It is in the double digits. Looking for the crossover move, but it's not worked. It has not worked whatsoever. But it made Taylor Fry lose the draft Shot him to the outside. He's going to lose way too many positions here. Or at the pack is shortened down to at least 6 or 7 drivers. Maybe a couple more. It's about 10 drivers. Lap car award Burton. Nothing anybody has to worry about up at the front. Ate him alive real quick. It is a battle between Christopher Rowan and Austin Delgado, and also the drivers behind them of Jeff Gordon, Ricky Rudd, Matt Kenseth, so on and so forth. Chris is sticking to the bottom line. Austin trying to make a move on the outside, doesn't work. Austin is real close to the bumper of that 28 car. He's real close to getting into him and possibly doing a bump and run, if not a dump and run. Austin's looking underneath. He is not going to get him in the tri-oval. He still has a ton of time left in this race if a caution does not come out. A battle roars on between the number 42 and the 28. Ricky Rudd sitting in this the third spot with Matt Kenseth and Greg Biffle behind. It's only 5 cars making this draft up right now. So you see the rest of the drivers behind them slowly but surely losing the draft. Matt Kenseth up to the 3rd spot now. Taylor Fry in the 12, who lost the draft after Austin did the fake out. He is right next to Talladega and Jeff Gordon. Doing a battle with them. Look at Austin and Chris just battle it out. This battle's getting intense for the lead. Go on board with the number 42 of Austin Delgado, trying to track down Christopher Rowan in the 28 car. He is hungry. He's an animal. He's looking to feast upon the 28's mistakes. The question is, when will that 28 make a mistake? Because Austin is so aggressive, that 28 has no choice but to make a mistake. Crossover move. Whoa, that's a little too close to comfort there. That was too close to comfort. Austin is now being challenged by Matt Kenseth on the top side. Christopher Rowan has more room to work with. And quickly, Austin Delgado's back to the rear bumper of Chris. You see the outside line is going to hurt Matt Kenseth, Greg Biffle. Austin Delgado up to near the outside wall for some reason. He's trying to track on the outside. He quickly goes back to the inside of Jeff Gordon. He's probably going to do the crossover move yet again here. Yes, he did. And he had to slow down for the the yellow line. He would have gotten a black flag if he were to go underneath the 28 car. Pass him for position with underneath the yellow line. Christopher Rowan, Austin Delgado battling for the lead. It's getting pretty crazy up in here. It's a 2-car battle for the lead. So right now, Jeff Gordon and Greg Biffle are starting to lose the draft to these two. Austin's making a move side by side for the lead. Corner panel to front corner panel. They're going to be making, Austin's making another move down the backstretch. He's going to have some sorts of help on the outside with Greg Biffle in them. And Austin Delgado in the 42 will take the lead over Christopher Rowan with a little bit of help from the draft behind him. Talladega up to the 3rd spot. Now it's Chris's turn to make a move for the lead. These drivers are going ham on one another. These drivers are going insane. This group of 10 drivers, 10 to 11 drivers, all working their tails off to get a victory in this race. 13 to go. Next time they cross this line, they're going to have to deal with lap traffic. Chris moves way too high up on the track. But he's still to the back bumper of that 42 car. Trying to break the draft a little bit. That is not going to help the 42 at all. I have no idea what the 42 is doing trying to break the draft. That's only going to hurt him more than it's going to help him. Now he's moving back to the inside, and Chris is trying his hardest to give Austin a shot. He's probably going to give him a shot here. He's going to give him a shot, and he turns him! The 42 is on! He lost all 4 tires! He is around. He hits the inside wall hard, and he's spinning in the tri-oval grass. Hopefully he doesn't go back on the track. He keeps it off the track. And that will be a caution, but they're still green. It looks like they're probably going to wait a couple seconds to throw the caution. Now the caution is out. Christopher Rowan did get loose. Well, now it's still not. Now it is. Christopher Rowan did get loose after turning the 42 car, and this is the battle for the lead. It's between Taylor Fry and Matt Kenseth. Austin Delgado got turned by the 28 car, obviously on accident. It was just a racing accident. With these lap drivers here, it's a slow battle for the lead between Taylor Fry and Matt Kenseth and Ricky Rudd. But coming to the caution flag, it'll be Taylor Fry in the 12, leading them to the pace car. Obviously, that was a pretty hard hit for the 42, but I don't think that was hard enough to give him engine problems. Probably enough that it's probably going to slow him down quite a bit. So we have a little less than 15 to go. Right now, we will go right on ahead and skip to the next green flag run, which will be a little less than 10 laps to go. Pace car coming to the pit lane entrance. Taylor Fry in the 12, Dale Jr. in the 1. Make up 1 and 2. Matt Kenseth in 3rd, Ricky Rudd 4th, and Christopher Rowan, who had a great save after turning the 42 car in 5th. The green flag's back out and waving. There's not a lot of drivers left in this race. And here comes Christopher Rowan trying to regain the lead that he lost after turning the 42. He's going to work his way through the field because you know he's hungry. That 12 car is running away with it, but here comes Christopher Rowan on the high side. He overtakes 2 drivers on the high side. Now he's chasing down that 12 car yet again. He's going to go side by side with Taylor here. Taylor will not lead one green flag lap. Instead, Christopher Rowan will take the lead out of turns 3 and 4. Chris is pulling away just a little bit over the 3 drivers that are battling. Ryan Newman, James Bowles, and Matt Kenseth. Taylor Fry in 2nd, James Bowles 3rd, Matt Kenseth 4th, Greg Biffle 5th, Tony Stewart gaining his spot to 6th, Jeff Gordon to 7th. That's, I think this group is about 10 drivers big. Close to that. Come to the line, we will have 6 laps to go. Taylor Fry making a move, trying to do the same thing that Austin did. Except Chris is starting to be more aggressive on the blocking. Now Matt Kenseth's going to go side by side with James Bowles for the 3rd spot. There, double file for the 3rd and 5th spot. And it'll be 6 laps to go at the line. Well, not at the line. 5 to go at the line. 6 to go now. Single file. For Rowan trying to win another race this season. Can he do it here at Talladega? On board with Tony Stewart. Trying to track down.
Caution's out, caution's out, caution's out.
We have caution out apparently for debris in turns 3 and 4. Looking like it's probably a beer can. Yeah, it's a beer can. We're keeping an eye on it right now from our broadcasting booth. It is a beer can in turns 3 and 4. Looking like it came from the number 1 of Dale Jr.'s car. Obviously, that was a huge hazard, as considering it was still half full. They'll have to clean that up. I don't know why Dale was... there's two things. One, I don't know why Dale was drinking Bud in the car. And second, I don't know why he threw out a half can of Budweiser out. But, I mean, he's Dale Jr. He's drunk half the time he's driving. That's probably why he hasn't been to victory lane at all this year. The caution's out for debris in turns 3 and 4 with a beer can. And looking like they're going to clean that up. So while they clean that up, we'll go to commercial break. We'll have at least 2 laps to go when we go back green. So we'll bring that to you after this commercial break. We are live at Talladega Superspeedway here on the PRNBC Sports Network. We are going to restart on the white flag. That beer caution came out exactly at the right time to not call this race official just yet. So Taylor Fry, James Bowles, Tony Stewart, Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth, Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, Dale Jarrett, and Michael Waltrip all have a chance of winning still. And especially our leader of Christopher Rowan all have a chance at winning this race. Christopher Rowan trying to go for his 3rd win of the season. Taylor Fry trying to go for his 2nd win of the season. James Bowles has not won a race this season. Most of the drivers in the top 10 have not won a race this season because mainly all the races won have gone to either Nick Bergwald, Austin Delgado. That's about it. Those 2 are the most winningest drivers of this season so far. With the next few races in Austin's favor since he's won at those tracks before, especially Texas, Rockingham being one of the tracks that Chris has won it, and Homestead where Nick has won it. It's going to be a crazy couple of races that are left in this season. Space Car's down pit road. When it restarts, it'll be the one to go. Or 1 lap to go, I mean. And the white flag is out here at Talladega Superspeedway. Christopher Rowan's going to race his tail off, try and win it. Taylor Fry's going to have his tail eaten alive if he's not careful. James Bowles alone on the outside. That is definitely going to help him a lot. But it's Taylor Fry and Tony Stewart, 2nd and 3rd. The group of cars that have the last chance. There's Ward Burton. Go to the rear camera of Christopher Rowan. Look at the gap that is between him and Ryan. Taylor Fry in that 12 car. Looking like that'll not be enough for the 12 car. He's going to make that same mistake that he did at the spring Talladega race, where he has a big gap and he tries to make for it in the tri-oval. Here he comes, trying to make it a last attempt, but it might not be enough, as it'll be Christopher Rowan who will cross the line in first here at Talladega Superspeedway. First place for Christopher Rowan. He will get his 3rd win of the season. Austin Delgado, after the crashes that have happened in his thing today, he will get a 5th place. And wow, he tries to wreck Christopher Rowan. Instead, he takes him out, and now there's a big one down the backstretch. Yeah, he wrecked himself. All right. We'll go through the field here as we will see Christopher Rowan do his burnouts possibly and go to victory lane. So Christopher Rowan will get his 3rd win of the season here. Taylor Fry will get another runner-up spot. Tony Stewart 3rd, Matt Kenseth 4th, Austin Delgado 5th, Greg Biffle 6th, Bobby Labonte 7th, Jeff Gordon 8th, Michael Waltrip 9th, and Beth Churton 10th. Top of 9, 11th. Jeremy Mayfield 12th, James Bowles 13th, Ricky Rudd 14th, Jeremy Mayfield 15th, Dale Jarrett, I think that is, in 16th. I probably said his name twice. And that happened. And that happened. I guess Austin Delgado was just not happy with the 28 car. Alright. Terry Labonte 17th. Buckshot Jones 18th. Dylan Jacobs 19th. Kenny Wallace 20th. Jerry Nadeau 21st. Kerry Earnhardt 22nd. Jimmy Johnson 23rd. Joe Nemechek, the first car, one lap down in 24th. Ward Burton 25th. Ryan Newman 26th. Ricky Craven 27th. Mike Skinner 28th. Dale Jr. was parked after what happened to the beer can. He was parked. And he will sit 29th. Ken Schrader 30th. Robbie Gordon 31st. Rusty Wallace 32nd. Adam Petty 33rd. Johnny Benson not going to have a good day at all. Being in the second place in points, he's going to finish 33rd. While Austin is going to gain another 20 points on Johnny Benson. Nick Bergwald 35th after that pretty horrible crash. Still haven't gotten an update on him. Jack Sprague 36th. Bill Lester 37th. Kurt Busch 38th. 39th goes to Elliott Sadler in the 38 car. Casey Mears finishes 40th. Cody Savage getting involved in 2 incidents today finishes 41st, and Dave Blaney will round out the field in dead last. Championship standings for after this race. Not really much you would really need to talk about because Austin Delgado basically has locked up the championship at this point. And that's about it, really. The rest of the 2003 season notes will be scrolling up on the screen on the end credits. And basically they will start right now. Thank you all so much for watching. EA Sports 500 live from Talladega Super Speedway. We will return in 04 for the Daytona 500. We will see you guys then. Have a good one, everybody.